Missy Telato di Nangola, Susuki, Shella Chetanda, Nikudan Dinte, Susola secret to you.
Office ne Anzu campus chesa such a tosa di kama nishu nisangas lesigre. Ane di parubla nga mani mango kyogi. Tela da uchi, the phone la mango lega chigira. And always phone the thambo jesu duma tongora. Ni ang tare to tare kibo kibo and message leche yara. Mashia kurumbo campaign ki busy chadu kala. Of course pugu tengire, nangmi tengire yarwa. Ani amla pingewa sama yarwa. Ani dichini tusu tongpa yodu kang tudu susu nangmi towe pugu nimdo tusu tuyandi. It's more special, right?
Chinjugas Payuki memory card.
Sarala Tumuse. Can't you imagine saying,
Canada Angola lady no Tambugi Yaming to the country.
But pictures of part till in a part till Nangola, Kabachukum nomination by community by continue to contest solidarity build children. Solidarity build children, and to Kuntikang Kari. Consular contest for Cheto with the Yara, and to Sangma contest. What issues can bring us together? Yara, do solidarity build together.
It's an young canvas store. Energy the country leader.
Oh, I think the energy the kind of there.
The tender chow of the Bhutila chow killing the room of the Kazakh Teoda.
Narang so in a liberal Kata Chasamare. His liberal record on Tibet is very bad.
Nature many go do the Hari Nachung Sirish, the Nimakali gave you. Del Nangola Isna, did not put Mango in Manguchi, Shulugi, Dimindo, Chakimindo, Diladu, Shulungi, Imana, but the Shu is in Sabella, so much to Inchi, Shuluga Dogura, the Gabuchi should do Dira. Shuluki, Chagi, make you do Imbanele. That's also Gabuchi, the way Isna. I don't have your.
For sure. Volume to Chile, Missy Chagomare, so Susugi neighbors, community members, voters. Since how you look at share and to campaign the message to care di che to re niwa kandang ansu writing kansala science shagirwa science de sula gambuchi ye me de samo tengyo science shala suna shadya you know shugu go mare message chago go mare ni sosugi nongi giwu ina re front lawn ina kawa ina science shadya re and lastly donation nang to again citizen Chagmare so nobody riding district here, right? Actually, Canada in a whole Canada wide, Canada Canadian unity, the consultation for you with the discussion over your at the same time, once you provide unity, you know, for anything to be successful, we have to be united. So that's my message to everybody.
Thank you so much, Bhutila.
Bhutila's campaign to be the next MP for Tayayamon Parkdale High Park.
Olingi Gumsa, Namasu Sedan Share. Attended to the Nangola, the bullying in Netan, the Nima go to the Juve, and Hapard the Tangango, and the Canada issue you the level near and Halu Tamsan Shure, Takayo Kachila, Ranzo, Tang Tango, Canada, Trezon Nangola, Ranzo Pebe, Uzachi, Mission Gure, Bhutila Karpoche, no can say there, the Ding Ranzo Tamsan's name, the poor chill, and the Chagi was Hapard, Ranzo capture la mere, Tenjua la mere, Ranzo, Shawan Tapin Chadi, Ranzo, Goedi Capio Kazakani Gudura, they do Ranzo, Gikuza de Kazakani, Goedi Negachimboris Budua, Ranzo Ki de Kuhajova, Negachimboris Budusonza, Tereng Rangone, Gago Laura, Deci di Cartons Lena, Ranzo Pebe Shungi, Mambuchi, Party Ching Maripati, Maripati, Mambuchi Nangola Pazu. Nyamshuna Chitalana, Mixiki, Trezo to Mirangi, Legunang, Shuchi, Chalena, Mangush, Tonado, Sonza Dimone, Kayo Pachis and Gudra, Ranzo de Sunny Day in Isna, that so Partini Chagura, NTP than Liberal, NTP kit, Naranzo to me, that Shengen Bhutila Chadi, Bhutila Leguna, the Yindagi, the Pebamabuchi, 캔디 교래 디나 신기 부딜라 냠도 다 산네 타랑 니샤니 karim kran ki legun leng pen pe ma bu tu che chala nang gi yore so za konzo ngem de to che kanu shu ko chung so den den ran so pe be shu ge so khasa khani nyam shu na che khasa khani su su ni ba ten che che ni pe be ne zu di ya le ba che ding mixe ne ga chim bu re se bu so za ding ne ya ka yo ba chi da chi mixe so ma chi ko che re sha ta dringi ngal zo leng me le zin di chenga Bhutila Karpoche nyamdo chade sonsa Bhutila Karpoche nyamdo dime jinda sumbe tsewa nisabu imbayo deya nganzo Bhutila nyamdo kamishu ki kwa chongre sonsa di namtsa tulile che sensina uchi tuche
계속 고대인다.
알레 건다
알레오.
마지 이링 Bhutila 데오
나 대오이.
나오 나
주가라라 대오.
데오 당고 안다 나서 마투니 기름 붙이사 안다 캠페인 간저 저데시 Bhutila
캠페인에 약고 두고도 간주 캠페인 고츠야 디 숙중보 약고 충서 아니 대ring 간주 캠페인 런치 차래 미망고
Bhutila 소소 쇼게니 제타 끝나셨나 한다 게시 오래 tradition 오다 디찬이야 canvas door
라
에너지 디 컨텐츠 리더
Oh, I think di tiba dengan memang pun dicakap di energy di kana yang ada. Ngarang December lah, nyegi energy di tersusuk aja drive, yara dis ngangda urgency. Oh, ini gi ceri ini ya saya.
계시다 먼저 개구지 딘데가 첩시가나 하마 본이지라 캠페인을 좀 많이 옮겨지라 Bhutila ki nimachi routine chira the content mechi motuchana
Oh, for sure. So, shoge osngawo gozu kure.
추적 가졌어
가진 수수 두바 고zu kure. 가진 지나가라 부군이에게 아니 부군이 랍다 줘야 되는 정말 다리 채거라. So, shoge 수수 두바니 참아 고zu 아니 the campaign office la together check la let's say watch기에 아니 간주 campaign staff the team 님도 총도 daily 이마 다과지 총도 쓰고래 아니 디 찾아와 jel라 아주 쇼게 주주 좋아랑네 canvas campaign check 두고래 니 수 canvas 디 차와다 수용 아니 교보교보 런치 직세 쇼게 또스 교포 차는 지주제가 사시길래 마치 망제 까마저가 이슈스래 아니 데네 야 인공기 캔버스라치 아니 데네 야 추용 야 교포교포 디너도 직세 아니 야 캔버스라치 아니 주주 게다 제가 고와서 차거봐 데네 야 추용 아니 야 캔버스 창마 차도 간라 캔버스 레레라 간주 야 총도 튼튼튼튼 교포 추구래 디가서 카레 장스웨 미망기 카레 라기드웨 미망기 셈데다 강에든서 카레 카레드웨 아니 디라파웨 간수기 리스폰스 당간수 렌디 카레드웨 아니 간데스 미망기 강에 세토벨라 간수 카레 체토그래 든수 상마 디스커션 다우체 아니 미망고야 간수 라겹교 친예 요레 아니 낭 강기라 사인 낭기 둘라 사인 가라야바 Oh, then so address then so kaware then so somewhat kalawre data then so somewhat compile chigre ra nimdo sögur ra ani then so somewhat chado ganla ya shoge gi chongdo nashi ya gongda chongdo chiyare ani o di nima di khale shinswe ani sani gi chari chedo khare khare chego do ya then so somewhat so ani then so somewhat chado gana chijuwa cha sagre antene ya nachi
딘데가 없다 딘데 미스 텔라토 디낭로라 소소기 셀라 쳬탄다 니쿠단 딘데 소소레 시크릿 도요베
secret 망제 두수동바 여드 두수동바 망제 답변하시나 간수 단다 캠페인 기 오피스 레군네 간수게 캔버스 체사 다 같이 나랑 간수 에리아 디스트릭트 요라 충분 요라 삼삼라 office ne ganzu campus chesa such a tosadi kama nishu nisangas lesigre ani di parubla nga mane mangu kyogi tare tu tare toroso mangu kyogi jezuma khande kyogi mone mangu resa nga so gi mangu ye ti nga so the almost kalawra practical meditation da chagi yasare ra so kaje physical regulation yarba di chia da ani ya so samba like pengido you know
Interesting.
thing actually didwa I've always done it you know like kandu tuzu tongba doji yona ani pechashena nyegi phone screen yora nyegi phone screen jeju ma phones parre you know kaje some la ya so tela dochi jeju the phone la mangbo lega chigira and always phone ta thangbo jeju ma thongora ani ya tare to tare kibo and message leche yara so just little things ra nganso gi daily reminders and so ani di gi ngone nimang aju pechas na nga chu de gang la ni amla pa la ki khan de sama lap na ra de gang la ga chu full meaning de ya ba ha go ya ma ra ani khan de den so khare lab gi ye ani di gi thanda khare ye ani so la khan de pen to go yong go ra di shira ha go ge ma ra chu de gang la to chero chira ani ngone mize gi yara 조당 다 강에다 semgi 동에 카레여라 두두갈라 칸데 된소 칸데 펜토게요 와디 나랑 대시 야부 겹토 보면더라 마시 소소 semgi 불라 소 sem기 불라가 배 feel 치기도
야 근데 지수 동파이디 컨텐츠기 승구도 지수 동파 심바 디스 콘센트 라스나 간난게
공세
공센트 단다 공센이어도라 디스 지수 동파도 직소소 내가 드니 escape 제라 양 지겨베
yeah you know 망치 of course like 부군님도 드주던 저거라 다 배쳐셔나 가나스수
부군님도 드주던 디스 relax 로 체도 약간 사실은 부구때 데페 energy training 도 레샬리다
yeah re you know 갖고 요래 for sure 마시아 규rumbo campaign ki busy chadu ganla of course pugu thengire nangmi thengire yorba ani you know amla pingyawa sama yorba ani dichini tusu tongpa yodu 강토도 수수 nangmi toe 부님도 tusu 되는데 you know it's more special right ani tusu tundude you want to maximize your time and ganla nyamto de this you know, just spend time together the yabudo.
네. 근데 부틸라기 디지티스 동바이데 만네당 치스구다. 심바 부틸라 소소라 남기 디다 배버기 지당랑 레샬라 한데 부틸라 소소라 가리.
I think opeshana ngansu campaign la volunteers pe mangbo ko ra ani the volunteers koran to samagi ta soso tuzuto nyongyo ani ngansu ki campaign da ki thanda di da ngansu ki purpose chigyara hondi la yiji chigyara pa ani ngarang gi lega khare chewa di chizo la hondi la yiji chigyara di chini koran samagi tuzuto kale kya samsamla ta pena thring doji ki na you know chawa gyam ngansu ki provincial campaign last month that was the February la chongra tudugala snowstorm many chora still volunteers go around so ki kala purpose ki chenu you know campaign la rokpa chika yungi ara ani ngarang gi sambala pheba ki ta kala quality da uji khare khandes thoing go sena campaign volunteers sangmala thonang che yara ani kranzo campus in the madogone correct chu go de chick snack doji go de thotong bala mado yara let's so yung do gang la thangwo yu do gang la hot drink doji phya da yara thamone thane takhalore mimang la care che yara on di ngansu campaign la chigre di ngarang so so pe kechumbu tsigi ra so maybe that I feel ra let's sangmala take care che the quality the phwa yim bachani ingsi래.
그래서 부틸라를 다 베징이 dinangla tani mangje phebara himalaya nanglo lindu putila ngoma shingi peji nyunyu resem butra ini putila ki background jora khandile re putila ki
politics nalola
mari jitangni music ki caption jora background di
yeah
shingi komporesem butra
okay
putila soso thoma phayula chungra
yeah
chinjugas phayuki memory kardo
ngarang ngegi pingya ta ani ngansu ki ta nang neighborhood yora street la on the la pushman yora kozo sara la tumse
좀 안도지
kanching budget say you know in the tagas tag the running and catching those yora any bicycle tange yama any basketball say yora ngan suki neighborhood yora hotel pu mongbo yora phaba yinare nepali yinare suina ani neighborhood ku pu chun do chumse tinga mangsho khalabra memory do do yeah the stones sigira ngan so 5 stones
Abdullah
okay yeah oh the zo yora yeah
바이니 수 캐나다 레기 당시 금진도 주라 근데 카도 차워
I mean, pepper sama the tum de uchi par ba nganzu the payu inare gyaga inare kawa ina nganzu kem show re ani shugu ra the sama khabo yore nganzu Canada da uchi longba la nganzu ngarang family chupu member nganzu community ki chedo yara kandes settle down che on the kejumu chagiora ta nganzu pechashina nganzu palam lagi generation the payu gyaga sacha khawa kasa pedugangla kangi mangbo chabra ani dudugangla khunsu ki survival mode da chagiora ta nganzu generation the next generation is not just survival mode it's building mode so the building mode the nganzu ki family status community ki status chupu member that's very important, right? The Canada, after that, so how do we progress as a community? What are we going to build? How are we going to build, right? And which areas? Of course, areas how build, right? So nganzugi the growth, the building generation the chagi yore samgedo. Ani dijini, you know, you see so many young Tibetans stepping up in their own fields, right? Susuki talents da susuki lobjung da susama pajtangi right? So that's where we are now.
Canada nangola ledu lo thangbugi nyamnyungdo kandet
Oh yeah, of course. Nganzu thangbo the Canada le de nganzu Parkdale neighborhood le le. Dudugang la Pebakashish the Parkdale settle check go to sare.
가져스나
Nidongni
okay.
Yeah. Actually, I have a very funny story. Nima thangbo the full day yora Canada la July 1st. Dudugang la Canada day ni how masra. Sangola oh tilunga tela mi sama kyushi dang celebration ra. And then, excuse me, telling speech that me mango ni mango keji shora ni keji this speech ya.
어디가 제일 랑수 디지월다 피스 니신거다.
Yeah, so you know, July 1st the gala Canada Day in banye ha mako. Ani mimang sama yora nganzu Canadian colors red and white mao the kawo ke any celebration mango choni. The gala nyegi ta Nimba thangbo de ra. First impression, the kind of Canada Day, Nimba hamako de longba di cute yara. Everybody's in a celebrating mood, which sums. But anyways, the thangbo de le de ngansu Parkdale le like many other Tibetan families ra. Parkdale neighborhood the Nima rangne. Newcomers, yara Tibetan triple member, community mangugi, immigrant refugees in the la mangu welcome chenyungi, logyuji yara, kajinana, the area ki social service support yara, support organizations in the mangu yore, housing available yore, dudukangla, housing affordable housing in the yora, teaching the area the newcomer immigrant the mangu tangbu Parkdale Toronto na tambo mangbu Parkdale legere. So similar to that, ra nangmi shamba Hanso family there le. And yeah, so this is where the kalakora ngarang ki activism I go to you know. Danzo Pechashina SFT Toronto dela yore nganso ki obviously Tibetan freedom, the Tibetan human rights movement la thangbo ne nga pe tanga phaba chikim bas chane interest yore chini to yore ani dudukang la you know as you grow any more activists the activism ki lega chidukang la ngansu thonang da uchi khare chagi hasina So community shamba changma nyomdo bridge so you know ani so perpetuation park till ine park till nanglo la phaba chupu mem mi shamba ya community shamba ya konso nyomdo nganso khandes solidarity build chagore solidarity build chedang di nganso konso pikangye khare konso la khandes roba chetogode yara nganso changma khandes what issues can bring us together yara dukchiri solidarity build chegirwa ani ndidu la housing issues, worker rights issues, then so sangmala, marang so e tonang then so chero chi. Any system to dang then so kande yo me, system la gaps then so kande yo me, then so tong yore, ka kodu yore, ra, then so lega chedu gangla. Any dogs jene Parkdale da ani marang so e ta khalabare. Undergraduate studies chigi ra. Then so ni parugla, I really grew as a person, ra. And also understanding of social issues chukchero chings.
Tamshu daily do it.
Yeah. So nga dele du gala ngarang high school tasare ani deni nga undergraduate level also right. Then I just continued my education.
Yeah. Parkdale ki chapsi nanglola shuche ki tamshu samshu le dang roti khandesh.
Oh yeah. So Parkdale ki nanglola community issues manda mangbo. So Tibetan issues chuko member here. Manda mangbo la nga involved here, right? Ani community organizing chedu la ni tudu ngansu ki MPP yor wa party hyper kache on de gi legunda MPP mrangi tonang daw chik less, I guess she saw me, the Sosogi, Halaura, Tibetan community, the riding Nandola, Cherochi, any Soso staff Nandola, Pebachik, Yapo years or some years, and a Dukshinangala recruit chair. And that's how I entered the political office, La chair. Yeah.
Oh, did you lazy chair? Shugo so long, MPP.
Tambo good so, Tambo junior position, and then Kali Tarachi, need DJ MPP Kombashudu, to the Gala.
Tiniche, the Mutinang, to Tendabotina, Tanga, Jitani, Masuta, Nimani, Bhutila, Tone, online, Tone, Conure, Pidgin North American Angola, Peba. Indeed, Chapsi Nangola, Kinki, Tangshudo, Bhutila, Tobara, Tangshudo Chawara, Tamibuting it was, and Chisu, Mimango, Semshu Pani, Langados Kosusa, Marange, Mosu, Bhutila, Tewachatita, or did you Chagura? Did you not mix it on Maranga, mix a hands and Rokachunsana, and so Garan Legura, Gala, politician at the bodyguard, Drusty, motor driver, Chinji, Neko, Porsche Pera. Daily do Bhutila Sosu Sama Sueni, Changma Nangdo Sosu, Kini Yugan, Changma Nangdo, not to pay hundred sons. Pepe Chisochibum and Bagara, let me put them to Sresha Sametra. Digi, Bhutila Sosu, Canada is Chapsi, Leganan, the Vicaso, Sosola learning Shushu cartoons.
So, there la Petchashan also approach. Ani mi mangbo, your elected representatives thing. One time on to public servant, on the Bhuchung yore. So, we're just also ordinary people, right? We're human, we have our lives, so I think most important ngarang susu ki kare some courses na gansu elected office la letuna ani policy di Joe Gaptona, the me Manguki Misela Pentawar. Nuke a paper for Yore, which is Yakuchi, a paper for Yara. Policy the Nangmichik, Nangmini, Michik, Inni Mare, the monk Sangma, Yara, on the la Pentoyaki, Shuk the Yarva, and a ditching policy the Jen Chutubna, the one tongue, very impactful change to Chagres and also so key. The Hakoso, So did you need the policy, political office Pulalit Satugala, counter to policy then so change here the Nigi. Kaduna, I should push. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Bhutila, taking also he Nangola kami khalangan sam chungsa
Yeah.
tenda Bhutila Ontario nangol chuzo tini yimbe kapso tachita chale manguna yore sings tembe chale manguna yora ninang tega ngarang zo pyoba de deo yuba tone pinashashna chuzo pidin kapyo sokpa yora chikzo yore
The summer program.
ya
Look to Zola.
an Tibet day yora ya Tibet day yo anima
Yeah, annual Tibet Day.
ani
Oh, ponda.
Tibet Heritage Month len chigiwa ale di
Masa.
reminda
Pocket Remindo. Di bula chu.
Ontario chuzo tumi chimbe chane ta chale mangunang tugi yora ta federal nangol les na yang dile ledin galche den khadru nang tur kungin
Oh, mabu yore. Chik nanda nganzu ki lunga ki foreign policy yawa. This hangma federal level la charge wa. Ani ta nganzu ki pecha chana Canada Parliament nanglola motion the bloc Quebec wa MP ki motion ki forward chair wa. It and the unanimous consent ki pass chair wa. Taga na shi nganzu ki ta Tibetan human rights. Any holding the Chinese government accountable, right? I mean, mix what happens in the future. So let the Tibetan people decide the future of Tibet. Yeah, only policy D. And so Canada shung Canada zamuling na lola voice shukchumpu chikchaya, right? Any foreign policy chukul member to tindangan so Canada nang foreign interference.
ya
You know, we say tanda kena shung if foreign interference yo wadi, and so nungba nang la commission the report that is so much had, right? And it's very clear. The ding ang so ki the domi totong democracy in Canada can this protect Chagiri, yeah. Any transnational repression you have.
ya
Have what you remember Hong Kong, Uyghurs, any pro-democracy Chinese Canadians, yeah, right? And it's so much with repression of which I can show you.
ya
If you just recall recently, and so Canadian, so-called Canadian citizens use la sanction share, you know. Canada nanglo la na shungi police station sumyare just in front of the police station sumyare. But how is that possible? Why are we accepting that? What? I mean, there are beautiful member, like there are so many examples. And then Dangungi News, I don't know if you saw this. Sitting Liberal MP Chigi, Hong Kong candidate, the Hong Kong candidate Yarwa, Hong Di Michigi Kola Ju, any Chinese consulate like Yana million chick bounty yours than openly in the shaggy. This is a sitting Liberal MP in the re-election to the these are examples of how under Canada Nanglola human rights, the transnational oppression, the interference in Sangma, Shukshumbu Yore, the counter chair or what? He makes it Tibetans, the transnational oppression with Tibetans. Their community in the diaspora, like this impact check here, you know, I can raise those issues better than Nanglola. That's very, very important.
ya
Did you remember, immigration is federal responsibility. Also, about immigration, we know how hard it is. Any international student over here.
Yeah.
So all of these issues, federal level, the issues, right? And so Tibetan community like direct impact here.
ya
So those some are going to be things that we need to see action.
지난 다 immigration 라가 먼저 immigrant 망고지 람상 직강에 로션 람상 MP 도지라 되어체 도지 이메일 당에 도지 람상 삼로 어디 당기도 MP 라 다이렉트 직 되어체 디레션 이메일 직 람상 세트에 딘데 요래
Oh yeah, for sure. Mangbu kare tingsan kangi do chikong de yusina. Two fronts. Chik susu gikes, you know. Mangbu kare chagi yusina. Application chikana lay chune mara. You know, process time di halewa yurumbu ge goro wata. Very long delays, right? MP office ke directly ministry consul dewa che. Hachini delay chagi yore. Delay chagi visit di hakuna. Ani chik kasa institution na le dite di sang indu di chika group de sha de jo yo ra the problem di kila khare yo wa de sama me basa ni ba isi pe gyun bu do de na ani the system wide na chuchu me system wide na ani the overall issue di la it is hal shore maybe hire more application processing staff here, right? And the young and the policy to push it, right? So, did you remember? Until the contact with the individual case, the correct to be the one the check power your right? And yeah, system wide problem there's a correct individual case how go we so that's another thing that we can do.
The election le taw chik ban half ma shiong ra
Yeah.
digi tamiksi ki so paper do scenes na park del de ito go lecture din so writing kejim bucha digi ra ko topdan ji po member gen chim bucha digi ra na wol ju shu che nyamdo chik thanglan che ko em ne re chik kharim ban so issue ga ke she go ne le kejim bucha digi ra tang zo party chik da ni member che changman nang lo la phebe gi thumi ko ya da de so nenga chele do kan de
I think the most important need mixing also I think it's very important to see what is the party's policy on Tibet. What is the party's policy on Tibetan human rights? Yeah, that. Party chick, the party member, if you're trying to run for office for that political party, the party policies and so adopt. So does it reconcile with how you feel? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's why liberal because liberal record on Tibet is very bad. You know, the Liberal Party very, very revered person is Jean Chrétien, former Prime Minister. Jean Chrétien called the Dalai Lama a separatist. I don't accept that.
Yeah.
You know, kuntu party gi policy tadu kon la yana shung yum do pet tumbu yeah right not just Justin Trudeau's time but even during his father's time historical actions yeah right so that's why I think people obviously what in all of you know hare mo khare ina politics all is you right it's important but you also have to feel like the party you are going to with aligns with you, with your values. Right? So I think that would be my advice is make sure that to check all the policies. And this is not only on the Tibet issue, it's on all issues. Party ki policy da gi values to think the
you don't know keshe de ba so you don't like NDP kajin da me slam ba NDP ki tadu bidang mora nang ba jin pe chane tadu dipe thungu du sa ga la
Exactly. Yes.
yeah big ben shot na ni to you don't like jo tarang kuin ni ji kisi inde kala ki ho chugi me ba isna ni candidate la ta ni shu lu go re party la ta ni shu lu go re Bhutila so di ka
It's a mix. First of all, the Canadian system now so area la so candidate gaming yore ani nimang ludu la candidate no shulu yore na gine candidates wait chig yore ni what the party the policies party the proposals so kare ye my own DA is at play right? So mimangi both ludu la they're trying to assess both and find the best place to vote.
Yeah. That tenda chawag of the Bhutila chawag ki line re lung kyab de ne re khasa khal te oda andikala so rang ro ji ni thuk ji ti che to nok che nan so gal din thong nyu mara thangma ji ni changma kong ji ge she gyo ro ma so rang ro mi gi kang ni ta to mi kang ni zo di khala re ko tu mang tang gyu gyo ra Mili ton ta pinna shas ta kije mangu dinang kije mangu lesser ra ne ta pinna shan ta Bhutila park drill rang nang video park drill di swing riding to che is ra
so the riding the namgu which is on provincial level nanya my MPP looking left the NDP then Blue Nation has NDP now so very strong provincially for the MPP federal the very competitive. Liberal the NDP parubla, you know, and it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
NDP one time, next time Liberal in the other, back and forth. So that's why in the federal election the Parkdale High Court, there's a means our chair, diet on Parkdale High Court. The NDP the Liberal niga pick a competitive charge.
가서 더 배진 더 니스몰인 보여. 또 이 샥샤로지. 직접 제주라.
No. If you're in politics,
Yeah.
Shasha is not
Did you
the case.
맞다. Rejection poll 라다니 지 통해 줘라 람사.
Yeah.
된다. 먼저 프라임 미니스터 조티 버루라야마 망고 중사.
Yeah.
근데 중도 양티스 rejection poll 딘저 거식 좀 못해서.
Yeah.
들라 임파이네레 소소 니마니마 미투기오레 니마니마 파주키지 시치기디 소소라 댕저 가지스도.
Yeah. So one of the most important things is the national polls in the the macro level poll assessment here. On the ground,
Yeah.
riding by riding assessment here, you know, riding by riding assessment they try to project, but it's very flawed as a system. Hajilana sample size hello and especially whole Canada you know, different regions the difference mango yard. Teaching tanda nyejang anzu Ontario nanglo la provincial election chungsats they predicted NDP will lose a lot of seats, become a distant third. But what happened?
Yeah.
NDP became official opposition. We kept most of our seats. Toronto area nanglo la polls ki should liberal shukchumbuto ra. Yeah, seats sama mangche NDP tope. You know, so it is just one example that happened recently that shows the polls can't really predict everything. Me mangu poll there for sure, but for people who actually understand how polls work, you know, we know that it's not reliable, especially at the riding level.
야. 따든다. 먼저 둘레올라 나오진단 하우스 마시면도.
Yeah.
따 디나올라 내주 니마니마 교두도. 하리 네 종시레. 따 니마니마 칼리게 부기요레. 박델 낭로라 인스나 지단 부부 망보여리 네 망보지 외쇼로에기 디민도 차기민도 딜레디 외쇼롱니 두도 임반나 딱 진짜 시외서 인습gel을 뭐서 마 되는지 뒤주지 외쇼로가 도구기요라 딱 겹교 치슈 디디와 외쇼로에기 차기 매교 딘도 임반네래 딱 소소 직 겹교 치에기 되고 이거 인스나 겹교 치서 망보여라 다리사비 요르
For sure. Volume to China there. Misi chago mare. So Susugi neighbors, community members, voters, 진짜 상황 열도 깨지셔. 안주 캠페인 기 메시지 디키야. 디체 투그레. 니와 건강 안주 라이딩 강사라 사인스 샤게바. 사인스 디에 수라 gem규치기 예메데 상모 땡겨. 아니 사인스 샤라 수나 샤다. 이거 슈고 말에. 미세 차고 말에. 이 수수기 농기 기후이나레 프론트 런이나레 가와이나 사인스 샤다 그래. 아니 lastly donation nang to again citizen chak mare so lungwa deal riding district here actually Canada in a whole Canada wide jante kya tugre so that once you give flyers the
di 박들 지부 멤버 디실로레 요바 인바이네션데 갸초고라
Canada so elections
okay
so across the country too in a gi
okay yeah ta 나도
one example
야, 막 못하는스라지. 이게 된다. 당연히 딘데디 나고 생이 망보지. 다 뒤주시라요 말하면서 이게 선생님아 딜라줘라. 수준규네 어디로 오래 신고체요 말이라 베베지서 나올라. 추가기 신고체요 말이라 기지 줘라. 이번에 선생님아 gelajingal 딘데라니. 때저 나올라 임바이니 요레스라. 진짜 심진도 이만에 소소기 리 인도라 소수기 성교체다 소수기 로봇체들이 요레스와 한 밀라다 인터넷에 도주라 드리기 통다 부딜라 소수기 준당기 통내래야 망고지 소수기 다 별이 임배차네 근데 경교나야기 도와요라 건설량은 저기 다 나오지다 하우스 마시면 디나로 소수원에 가르투고 있는 나로 치스라 한 영원히 프로미스 줘라 나 진짜 쉬어기 저 이슈스라 바통기요라 링원라 땅아라는 가르치두고 있네 나의 volunteer 나로 비즈니스
that's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
아니 제목 붙일라다야. 야마 캔버스 제당 주도만 못한 거다. 여기 이게 뒤져만서 쓴데나 하고 있어 말라. 아마 붙일라 쓰는 거네. 딱 캐나다 나로 중요해. 치료를 요바 별이 요래. 치료니 직 붙일라 양아 준당 되게 많고라. 정말나 Bhutila sasama ni message to kare.
Oh. Mixie at the election chada gala. Riding Hawaii na re. You know. So Bushulu git top down the yona. Fuji so samba su. Candidate su gawa yona. You should look at the tango main. Very important chagira. We should look at Perochi. Ying and Zugi. Democracy in action chagiore. That's very important. And for everybody else, just know that Hawaii na, neighborhood riding Hawaii na, where everybody is working very hard to advance human rights in diaspora and of course in Tibet as well.
Yeah.
And that's a fight that we will never give up. And we will keep working hard until Tibet is free.
Yeah.
And, I think the most important thing is Canadian unity because of the discussion at the same time, once unity, for anything to be successful, we have to be united. So that's my message to everybody.
Thank you so much, Bhutila.
Bhutila's campaign to be the next MP for Tayama